Welcome back. We had a story earlier this week on Warren City Council considering an ordinance that would limit the number of cats that people could have to 4 inside their home. Now, there have been cases of animal hoarding pop up and stray cats wandering through neighborhoods, so we're diving into that one this morning. For Legally Speaking, Attorney David Betras is back in studio with us this week, not on his boat.
No, I'm live and I'm local, and I have to give kudos to Jimmy.
Yep.
The best weekend last weekend, Jimmy, so you are angelic to me. He and Jody are good with me this week. He said there might be some rain Sunday afternoon, but I got to come back Sunday afternoon anyhow. So,
so it all works out.
So it all works out.
So if basically, I mean, first question is easy. I mean, can a town, city, municipality dictate how many pets you have?
Yes, there's no state law on it, but a local municipality ordinance, if they have zoning or whatever, they could pass and limit the number of cats. Usually it's 3 to 5 cats. And it's funny you brought this topic up because it took me back to my 25-year-old self. Now, I'm going to be 66 in October.
Okay.
So I'm taking myself back to my 25-year-old Dave Betras, third year of law school, had a jury trial with a famous lawyer now. He's one of the best lawyers in Ohio in criminal work. He and I tried a case where a woman had 50 dogs in her backyard, and they prosecuted her, and we won the case. It was my very first jury trial, and I won.
There you go. We got to
as a third-year law student. How about that?
Nice. Yeah. Looking back a little bit. So, what happens then if a city puts something like this into effect, and somebody already has, let's say, 5 cats that they are taking care of? Do they have to get rid of them? Could that be grandfathered in? Do they have a case?
It depends on how they pass it. They potentially could be grandfathered in, but usually if they pass the law and you're breaking the law, you know, they can't prosecute you for your past crimes, but they could say, hey, you're only allowed to have 5 cats. You have 10. You got to, give 5 away. It depends on what the ordinance says. It could be fines. It could graduate, first $100, then $200, and then, a third violation, maybe they make it a misdemeanor. But, I mean, this woman that had 100 cats.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot different than 4.
That's a nuisance for the neighbors because I don't care how well you take care of the cats, there's going to be a smell emanating from that home. I remember when I was 24 doing that case, 24 years old. Can you imagine that? God, it seems like yesterday, everyone. I was 24 years old trying that case, and I walked in that woman's house, and I went, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. She had Siberian Huskies everywhere, and you couldn't breathe when you walked in the house. I don't know how we won it, but we won it. Some kind of a technicality in how they wrote the statute. But local places like cities, townships, they can limit the number of cats, dogs, things like that. As a matter of fact, I know the police are going to hate this, but they get a lot of dog calls. Dogs barking.
Yeah.
And I was even in Canfield Court the other day, and they were prosecuting a guy for having a loud dog, because there is a statute about having a loud dog. So I try to tell people out there, just be neighborly. If you have a barking dog, maybe you should do something about the barking dog at 2 o'clock in the morning, because people do need to sleep. Or if you have 100 cats in your house, that smell's going to come up to your chimney and go into your neighbors. So, just try to be neighborly. But that is a permissible use of a police power of a municipality to limit it. And I did a little research both in Ohio and Pennsylvania. Usually the number is 3 to 5 cats.
All right, so I'm curious, like when we're talking about like 100, like a true hoarding situation, is there a mental health aspect that comes into it?
Oh, yeah,
How
absolutely.
much has that changed, I guess, since you were the 25-year-old law student?
Well, 24.
24-year-old, sorry.
Yeah. What do you mean? Well, yeah, there is a mental health component to it. Most hoarders, there is some underlying mental health problem. I mean, some of these people, you go to their homes and there's just hordes of stuff there. There is a mental health component to it. There are people who are true hoarders, and I think underlying all of that is some mental health issues. Now, luckily, in Mahoning County, Judge Sweeney, I love her. She's a great judge. I shouldn't say I love her, but she's a great judge. She runs the mental health court for Mahoning County. And we have a lot of alternate courts, like Judge Dapolito runs the Veterans Court. Judge Durkin was a trailblazer. He's one of the first people that opened up a drug court in the United States. I mean, he's nationally recognized. And so Mahoning County is very fortunate. We have a Veterans Court, we have a mental health court, and we have a drug court. And this is to get people out of the system who commit crimes. We don't want them to have record because we know they have underlying problems. Get them in these programs. They successfully complete these programs, and all the charges go away. I wish the lower courts, they started doing it and then they stopped doing it. But that's really a way to get you out of the system and treat the real problem.
There you go.
And I got to call out my friends at Landmark because if they can get a shot of those
The
cinnamon
beauty
rolls,
shot. We were waiting
now
for
listen to me. Nothing against the national change, but those taste like they came out of your grandmother's kitchen. So if you're looking for a cinnamon roll, or I don't even know what that thing is in the middle, I just call it the chunky chunk. And it's so good. It's so good. I can't. It is. I'm sorry.
So go on and get yourself a chunky chunk, right?
A chunky chunk. It's like comes out of your grandma if your grandmother ever made donuts.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Good
thank
to
you.
see
Good seeing you. We're gonna have a good weekend.
We are,
at least
indeed.
till Sunday, Jimmy.
Somebody else is going to have a good weekend when they win trivia.
We're
giving away some
I know the
tickets.
answer to this.
Shh, don't share. Give us a call.
I know the answer to this.